Hello, hello, it's theTUBE. theTUBE, a lot going on. Here's a taste of our lineup. Twitter CFO got his Twitter account hacked. E24 sold in just one course. Obama gives interviews to Vox and BuzzFeed. Our worldwide weekly startup report, the Social Watch, and more. But we're starting with an awkward leak. Let's go. Jeb Bush, a rumored 2016 Republican presidential candidate, decided to publish hundreds of thousands of emails sent to him during his time as governor of Florida. On its face, it seems like a great idea in the name of transparency, but there's one huge problem. No one redacted potentially sensitive personal information from the publications. The Verge has looked at the publication of thousands of mails and uncovered emails that contain social security numbers, home addresses, and other personal information from Floridians. It took long hours before Bush's office decided to pull off the publication until they sort things out. And in other awkward news, the Twitter account of Twitter CFO Anthony Noto has been hacked. For about 20 minutes, Noto's account sent hundreds of auto-replies to various Twitter users with posts containing spam links indicating that the account has been hijacked. Twitter quickly deleted the tweets and locked down Noto's account, but not before his hackers sent out a rapid stream of goofy spam. It's the second time Noto, who joined the San Francisco-based company in July, has had public issues with his Twitter account. Last year, the new CFO accidentally sent a private message about a deal to his public Twitter followers. You should not do that, Mr. Noto. Not good idea. Now, I see you. You're hungry. You want to eat. Speaking of which, today Yelp announced it's acquired Eat24, an online food ordering service and longtime Yelp partner. The deal, which has already closed, is valued at $134 million. Money. Eat24 is an American company, although its two founders are Israeli. Funded in 2008, Eat24 handles delivery for 20,000 restaurants spread across 1,500 US cities. Its mission is to keep you from having to cook, shop, or wear pants, is how Yelp CEO Jeremy Stoppelman described Eat24 in a blog post announcing the deal. Eat24 raised in the past capital of exactly $0. That means that all the money from this exit will go directly to the company itself. Here's Eat24 Super Bowl ad from last year.
Are you hangry? Know the signs. Uncontrollable yelling.
Why aren't you egg rolls?
Hallucination.
Sushi.
Pants discomfort.
I hate you, pants.
Hangry. It can happen to anyone. Fortunately, there's Eat24, the app that tells hunger to shut up.
Egg rolls. Thanks, Snoop.
Eat24. In my medical opinion, it's the best way to order food online, baby.
Snoop. Yeah, okay. Bon appetit, everybody. Betavon. And now it's time for our worldwide weekly startup report with Shai Ringel. Good evening.
Good evening. Okay, let's start in Latvia. Latvia has startups.
Okay.
And this one called Displayo. And it's very, very small and cute display that will pick up information from the internet and will display to you on an e-link displayer. It's kind of cute. It's a cute idea. There's no buttons.
It's like a little box that shows things from the internet?
Yeah, exactly. It's a small box.
Why do I need that?
Because they don't want you to do that, you know? Companies don't want you to take your phone out of your pocket. And this small device has an e-link display, which means you don't have to charge it every day.
Wait a minute. So if I receive a text message and I have the thing on the table, so instead of taking out my phone from my pocket, it will show me the message?
Yeah.
And if
Let's say you want to put it in your living room and it will say, like, that's the weather, and this thing you want to purchase on eBay, someone just bid higher than you. Everyone can develop an app for it, and it's, you know, they publish the developing tool kit, so everyone can do everything.
It sounds like the present you should buy, like your girlfriend's father or something for his like
maybe.
50th birthday.
Maybe
a little thing.
And the
you
cute
can
thing
put on your
is
table.
you don't push it. There's no buttons. There's gestures. You can, you know, stroke it.
Okay.
Sadly, to move to another app or something like that. It's costly. It's $99 for this small device that only puts information on an e-link display. But yeah, it's from Latvia, so you know. Let's go to Sweden. The Swedish people just brought us a robot that is being made from straws.
From straws?
Yeah.
Okay, a robot.
Yeah. The robot itself is
We're
this.
seeing it here, yeah? That's the robot. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's this small thing.
Okay.
Very, very small. You can program it to do whatever you want. And the legs and shape, you can do whatever shape you want. It's like a Lego from straws. So
it's like a
that
kids,
means
a kids thing.
It's developed for kids to have a small robot they can develop and program and think of ways to design really, really cheap. And
Why straws, by the way, from all things?
Because it's cheap, because it's very cheap, and because the material itself can be played like a Lego, which means I have a very long straw and I can, there's a little chip that you put at the end of it and you can put another straw and you see the various formations.
But do you need to be like a super, super smart kid to be able to do that? Or kids nowadays are like...
Welcome to the 21st century.
So it's like an average kid can see this thing and make a robot and understand how it will move.
The idea with all those programs, and I talk a lot about cheap robots here on the on my segment because this is the future. Kids need to learn to program. Programming is the language of the future, and if you will not learn to program, you will be behind. And if you need to start learning how to program a robot right now, and this is the device for you.
Okay, Dad, okay.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah. And you need to do homework. Let's go to Belarus.
Let's.
We are talking about a lot of startups here that wants to charge your phone because we are all addicted to our phones. And this small startup called Vega is using Kinect power to charge your phone, which means this little device that you need to power physically move to charge it. And a lot of people are kind of they have those devices that physically move like this. There's a power cord inside and it moves around and you need your hand to move with it.
Yeah, that will never work. It can work if it can be part of me walking or running. And, you know, it uses the energy.
A lot of people do it.
That makes sense. But sitting, you know, at home and like, charge phone, charge.
You need to do it on your, you know, not when you need to charge your phone. You need to do it ahead of time. But there are a lot of people
21st century.
who really like to do that motion because it uses...
It's painful.
Yeah, it's painful.
Thank you.
But if you really want to charge your phone, this is a very unusual startup. I don't know. The name of the startup Vega comes from the inventor itself. His name is Vega. So and he thinks it's magic. So, you know. Yeah, okay. This guy has
Let's move on to the Netherlands.
Yeah, a video game that counts your heartbeats. There is such a thing. It's called Skip a Beat. It uses the flash on your phone to detect your heartbeat. And if your heartbeat is, you know, fast enough or not fast enough, you will not be able to play the game as you would like. That means that the character of your game can only move at the speed of your heart.
So I need to get my heart beating faster?
Or slower, yeah.
How do I do that?
You don't drink coffee. You don't blink so much. You do your homework, as I told you before.
What? That's super weird. And is the game itself cool? Or just a gimmick?
No, the game itself is kind of nice. It's not my personal favorite. I won't say that. And the animation is not that great. But the idea is kind of neat because it makes you think about your heartbeat. And you know, we need to be aware that our heartbeat is going faster because of caffeine and because we don't run enough or run too much, and this game can help you. If you are too stressful, if things are stressful too much, you need to learn to control and slow down your heartbeat, and it's something we all need to do.
So now there's a game. Okay,
Yeah.
Shai, thank you very much for this report. I'll see you next week. Let's move on. And now, do you want to connect to millennials? Well, you have to go online, no matter who you are. Even Barack Obama knows that. A pair of digital media companies, Vox and BuzzFeed, have landed their first interviews with President Obama. In his interview with Vox, which was done in January but not published until this week, Mr. Obama offered insight as to why he was willing to sit down with the new kids on the media block, speaking about how the new media is helping the polarization in American politics. Here is a bit from this interview.
There are a couple of things that, in my mind at least, contribute to our politics being more polarized than people actually are. The balkanization of the media means that we just don't have a common place where we get common facts and a common worldview the way we did 20, 30 years ago, and that just keeps on accelerating. Technology, which brings the world to us, also allows us to narrow our point of view. That's contributed to it. Gerrymandering contributes to it. And a lot of it has to do with just unlimited money. There have been periods in the past where we've been pretty polarized. I think there just wasn't polling around. Even during the so-called golden age where, you had liberal Republicans and conservative Democrats and there was deal cutting going on in Congress. Generally speaking, big stuff didn't get done unless there was a major crisis and or you had big majorities of one party controlling the Congress and a president of the same party. I mean, that's just been the history.
Mr. Obama also sat down with BuzzFeed News on Tuesday. The publication has asked readers to suggest questions they want to be asked in the interview. In the comment thread, readers offered up questions that range from silly, what Disney princess are you, Mr. President, to the sincere. One comment asked an in-depth question about the president's illegal immigration policy. Previously, Mr. Obama has embraced social media to help spread this message, as well as give interviews to popular YouTube personalities. Now, we haven't heard much from former late-night show host Craig Ferguson since his final show aired on December 18th, but the man who had a slot on CBS right after David Letterman now has a spot on YouTube. Ferguson's currently on tour with Josh Robert Thompson, who has voiced the lovable robot Skeleton for the past few years, and they've heard the pleas from fans who want the show back. So the duo are now bringing the show to YouTube, and it's as strange as ever. Without the set, the lights, the sidekick pieces, or the audience, Ferguson and Thompson have to make their own laughs and their own guests, and here is one short show.
It's a great day for America. It's a great day for America. Yeah. You see, what we're doing is because Josh and I are on tour, but many people have said we miss you on the Late Late Show, so we thought we'd just do a little bit.
Yeah, everybody, all six cat ladies in Des Moines
said that we wish you were still doing the show.
But where are we now? Today we are
Norfolk, Virginia.
Norfolk?
Yes.
Norfolk,
Virginia.
Careful.
You looked better as a skeleton.
How dare you?
Ding dong.
Oh, who's that at the door?
They didn't even wear the...
Yeah, okay, it's gonna be a big week for showbiz. Why? Because the 50 Shades of Grey movie is about to come out and make tons of money. In the meantime, we prefer to watch the new Lego version of the movie. Take a look.
Review for the newspaper. I just have a couple of questions.
Mr. Grey will see you now.
What was he like?
He was polite, intense, smart, really intimidating.
Do you have any interests outside of work?
What about you?
Not enough shades for you? Well, why not try 50 Shades of Steve Buscemi? Ha!
What can I help you with?
You can bet your keister I'm gonna get a piece of that pie.
You're the complete serial killer.
And what do you want from me? How long you work for the escort service?
I don't know.
Damn, these things are fast.
That's it. Show's over. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new show. Twitter, Tumblr, the224. And always remember, never make the same mistake twice. Make it like 5 or 6 times. You know, just to be sure. Goodbye.